industry, we are targeting to reach 25 to 30 million in 5 years. We are targeting also to increase the number of internet users because there was a study that showed that if increase to 120 plus subscribers, the GNP will grow by 1.3%. So we are targeting that just increasing the number of internet users all over the country as a corresponding increase, eventual increase in the GNP.
And how many internet users do we have now in the secretary?
I don't know the exact figures, but maybe around 500. 20 million internet users.
And how many cell phone subscribers do we have now?
Can I ask you?
How many Facebook subscribers? So now the principal means of communication right now. That's why I'm asking a very basic question.
Maybe isama na natin yung Twitter. Kasi
Twitter also. I'm sure some people are tweeting right now my questions.
Good morning, Your Honors. As of end of last year, Your Honors, the number of broadband subscribers are about 8 million, and we have around 30 million internet users, including Facebook users, Your Honors. Mobile phone users, we have, in terms of SIM users, we have around 80 million.
but that includes duplication already.
Yes, sir.
How big is the industry in Asian terms? Let's say the cell phone industry. How much income is being generated by all these loans, and SIM cards, and being bought every day in the
Your Honor, we can get the figures. Basically, in the scheme of things, the regulation part has been left with the National Telecommunications Commission, which is now under the President together with the Postal Corporation.
I'm not talking regulation here, I'm talking promotion. When we are promoting a certain industry, all this information should be within your grasp. These are basic information. One is the steward of a vital industry. I would say this is one of the most important industries that we have right now. I would like to cite the gem as an example. Internet. If the television is down, nobody is complaining. My grandchildren would not complain. But if the internet is down by even a few seconds, my grandchildren would create a howl. I don't know. You don't have grandchildren in Japan. Maybe your children, but I do have children. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, when the internet is down, they come to me like I'm the one they did.
That's how important it is. That's why I'm asking basic information to the Secretary. That's why I said, who is the best steward for something like this? Is it an industry that should be made an adjunct of another department, or should it be a specialized commission or department to make sure, for the sake of the country, for the sake of public interest, it should be the one overseeing this super industry? This is a big industry. I cannot think of any industry except the military establishment and the education department that is bigger than this sector right now.
We fully agree with you that this is a very big industry, and there are several concerns within it, in the industry where its size and technology can play an important role. For example, we talk about earlier, you're talking about internet users. Alam naman natin, internet has to go outside pa, it reaches pa. So we're trying to address that concern or issue through science and technology. For example, why is there not wala pa tayo dito Facebook? This kind of service provider are not yet located in the Philippines. We're trying to address the reason why they are not yet here, and for us to be able to encourage them to locate here, for us to have a better internet services. For example, the issue, again, for the issue of internet, how can it reach really to the whole countryside, the internet? How can we really increase the number of users sa countryside? Malaki magagawa ng science technology to be able to come up with a cost-effective solution to these issues. We're looking at, for example, IT program of the government. They have to be integratable, interoperative. They should be able to share information. For example, our financial reporting should be almost real time instead of waiting for a couple of weeks. All of this can be, we can play a really support or a big role in able to address yung mga issues, IT issues like this. So we are confident that DOST can really help the ICT industry.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. To terminate my interpretation, I'd like to continue pursuing this matter when we go down to the subcommittee level, and even in level.
Thank you, Congressman Golez, and perhaps the Secretary would now like to prepare for a further, I think the point of Congressman Golez is, now that the President has given it to you, what is your response to their plans to move the department further? We would now like to recognize Congressman Defensor.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to the DOST family. I am one of those who believe that the DOST is one of the most important departments in the executive branch. In fact, I believe that it is a foundationalist endeavor in the area of government. And I will fully support any initiative to put more flesh into it, and in more concrete terms, to infuse more funds into the DOST. But in my observation, right now, and I really mean no offense, the DOST is like an orphan, or it's like my course philosophy. Because before, during the heydays of the Greek democracy, philosophy used to be the whole expanse of knowledge. But when the empirical sciences started to branch out, so little is left of philosophy. What I mean is that because of the several departments in the executive branch, it looks like that the DOST is left with residual functions and residual tasks. I don't know if I am correct or not. And because of that, I would like to explore the relevance of the DOST in the national government. In more concrete terms, the attitude of the government towards the Department of Science and Technology. And for my first question, I would like to ask the DOST family, what is really the mandate of the DOST under the administrative code or any other administrative code or any organic law that creates it?
Your Honor, as far as I recall, it's the use of science and technology to create benefits for the Filipino people.
Mr. Secretary, because the departments are created under the administrative code, and there you can find what really are the tasks or the mandate which is delegated to the Department of Science and Technology. You can find it in the administrative code or in whatever law that creates the department. We can speak in broad terms, Mr. Secretary.
Okay, under Executive Order 128 is to provide central direction, leadership, coordination of science and technological efforts and ensure that the results therefrom are geared and utilized in areas of maximum economic and social benefits for the people.
Can you please restate the first part, the keywords
To provide central direction, leadership, and coordination of scientific and technological efforts. Ensure that the results therefrom are geared and utilized for maximum economic and social benefits.
In other countries, science and technology is almost everything. So much so that the foundation of their development is really science and technology. Like in some jurisdictions, they would task their Department of Science to discover something, to develop something, to do research for something, or to make something. So much so that an area in government or an aspect of life will develop, or an aspect in economic development. I would like to ask the DOST, has the national government tasked the DOST to, for example, develop, invent, discover, do research on something? For example, in the area of food security, so much so that we cannot pursue food security without this task having been accomplished. Maybe we can relate this to the presentation because you have identified the Aquino administration's, what's this class? What is KRAS? The good governance and anti-corruption. This is the guiding light of the budget. The human development and poverty reduction, economic development, security, justice, and peace, climate change, adaptation, and mitigation. Let's say, in the area of human development and economic development, more particularly food security, what is it in food security that the national government has tasked the DOST to develop, to find out, to make, to research on, so much so that without this, food security cannot be pursued? Is there something like that? You can go back to my earlier statement that I'm trying to explore the attitude of the national government towards the DOST. Yes, please, Mr. Secretary.
Your Honor, I'd like to give two samples for the food security. For rice shortage, we are looking at developing the process that can prolong shelf life of unpolished rice. Because if we use brown rice or unpolished rice, we get 10 to 12% additional yield from the same palay. For example, we are talking of palay. Normally, if you convert that into white rice, you get 65% yield. For 1 kilo, you get 65% yield. But if you use unpolished or brown rice, you get almost 80%, or an increase of 12% additional. Para bang you're getting additional 12% more rice from the same palay. Since our rice shortage is around 10%, but yung production natin, para bang kung kumain lahat ng Pilipino ng brown rice, wala tayong rice shortage. Now, where does DOST comes in? It is to develop, kasi ang brown rice mabilis mabulok. It is to develop the process that can increase the shelf life to 8 months. And we are happy to inform the group that we are now in that time na. Siguro before the end of the year, actually we are now in the field testing na kami. Before end of the year, we can really roll it out to other rice feeders. So this, para bang through SNT, we can solve the rice problem just by guarding the pagkain ng brown rice. Now, we are also very, very excited in our marine because collaboration of maybe 6 to 8 technologies, we can increase the yield from the fish pond to 10 times. So these are the areas where we are very excited because this will really address a food shortage in terms of marine naman. We're talking about fish, we're talking about shrimps, we're talking about support. But this is a collaboration of maybe 6 to 8 technologies. I think this is the first project na nagsama-sama talaga maraming technologies and research institute for one project. And we have started this and we are confident in 2 years' time we will have the results. So these are the areas where, as you mentioned, to address a particular need of the country, yun ang ginagawa natin.
In the area of brown rice, what aspect of brown rice or what about brown rice is the domain of the DOST and what about brown rice is the domain of the Department of Agriculture?
The domain of the DOST is first of all, the problem of brown rice or of Polish rice is mabilis siya masira, is to be able to identify and define the problem and to find solution para ma-solve the problem. Para bang science, technology, now we are now in the technology is to create or develop the equipment that can process it para maano yung shelf life. At a very reasonable price. So, yun ang domain. Actually, ang DA would be on their rice production. Actually, they are also addressing the rice shortage by increasing rice production in terms of better seedlings or increasing the acreage or hectareage. So, anyway, ang mas madali mo makita doon kami sa science of solving the shelf life of the brown rice. Ito yung aming yun ang aming domain.
How about, Mr. Secretary, in the area of information and communication technology, what is it that, is there something that the national government has tasked the DOST to again, to develop, to discover, to make, to do, so much so that we can make a difference in the development of the industry, that it will contribute that much as to serve as a foundation of our economic development? What is that something? There's something that the DOC should do so that there will be a difference in our ICT industry. Again, I would like to go back to my earlier statement that in other countries, they task their government agencies to invent something, to make something, to develop something, so much so that if we don't do this, then we cannot move forward. Is there something like that happening right now?
Your Honor, for example, I'd like to go back to rice shortage. Kasi normally, if you look at rice shortage, you always find solutions in increasing rice production. So from SND perspective, we look at it from different angles, from different perspectives. Kaya nakarating kami na solution by just introducing a salad brown rice. So that goes also for the ICT. You can look at it from a different perspective pag kayo ang SND. Now, regarding sa ICT, there are two main functions. It's the IT program of the government. Magkaroon talaga ng e-governance, e-government. Secondly, to be able to improve delivery of government services to the public. For example, improvement of delivery. We are excited kayo yung aming PC task. Dalamin mo na yun. We don't have this doctor test. There should be a doctor in almost all values. But you cannot expect the doctors to go to the far-flung values. But through IT program, ICT, pwede na ma-diagnose ang patient even in, they say, far-flung hulog, pinakalamang value, and they can be diagnosed by our specialists in those are the SNT initiatives naman ng DOST. Using IT to be able to offer or to be able to deliver health services to all, or to almost all, to farmland areas. That goes also for education because we cannot keep on increasing the number of schools on a population or what. But improving the delivery of education through ICT, maybe that game changer. And it goes down the line. Marami talagang pwede magawa may
Again, going back to my statement, I would like to explore the attitude of the national government towards the DOST. Given this administration's whatever it is, I take this as the vision for the country. Is there an initiative coming from the national government to task the DOST in the area of human development and poverty reduction, for example, or economic development, climate change adaptation and mitigation, to do something, to develop a program that it will fund and finance so much so that it becomes the foundation of our development. That is related to my earlier questions. I'd like to know if there is that kind of attitude that giving the DOST the mandate to discover, make, develop something in this area so much so that it becomes a foundation of our development and that we have to put funds in it so that it will happen.
I would like to answer the question by actual experience. For example, for the water hyacinth problem in Cotabato, personally I was asked by our president to be able to come up with SNT initiative para solve the problem. That's why we developed a hyacinth harvester to be able to really remove the hyacinth much better than what's bigger than that para ma-unplug na. And secondly, to find use of the water hyacinth. So anyway, we were tasked to solve the problem. And there was another one, for example, in Pasig River, where there was some dredging, and they were surprised that 71% bumalik ulit. We were tasked to find out why bumalik was the dredging and to find some mitigating solution towards it. Now let's go to poverty elevation. We are really excited, just like Congressman Dept for our countryside development program sana. We are really for it. So this is really in line with the key priority areas naman ng ating Pangulo to solve the poverty or poverty elevation.
I really would like to ask more questions, but I'm running out of time. But anyway, thank you very much for your answers. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Congressman.